and we're going to head to town to run some errands today and hopefully not run out of gas today. Got some really bad news for all you farmers out there, dog breeders, cat breeders, any type of animal breeders, really. The government's going to do it to us again, people. They're going to buy injectable penicillin for your animals anymore at the store without, and you can no longer buy Corid, also known as Albon, Amprolium, and many other names. And that kills a one-cell protozoan parasite. And the word still isn't out on ivermectin. So, those of you who buy a bottle of ivermectin and do it orally or other ways to your dog, instead of spending that big money for HeartGuard, which isn't necessary, the government's going to get for you people. Well, us people. There's the crows. Gas check. Alternator check. Oil pressure check. Trump, what we're being aware of is, you know how you used to be able to go to any Rural King or Plains Farm and Fleet or Tractor Supply or anywhere and get yourself a bottle of injectable penicillin for your dog? Well, now they're going to stop the sale of that without a prescription from a veterinarian. So, you might want to stock up, buy yourself 3 or 4 bottles, stick them in your refrigerator. You don't really have to worry about the expiration date too much since they come in a brown bottle and you keep them refrigerated. It'll last way past the expiration date. Get it while you can, man. Get it while you can. They're going to take off Norcillin, penicillin, everything else. Hey, Eggman, how's it going? When is this happening, Rob C? It's happening now. It's, I don't have the final date on it. I was reading up on it last night of all the things they're going to pull off the market without a veterinarian, you know, without a veterinary prescription, and the list is really long. So as soon as I can, I'm stocking up on Corid, and I'm stocking up on penicillin and Norcillin. I want to make sure I have gram negative and gram positive covered. So definitely get what you can and put it up now while you can do it. They're getting tired of us being able to go buy it and administer it to ourselves for home care and not have to go through the pharmaceutical companies and pay, you know, $40 for the shot and another $150 for the damn doctor's visit. Yeah, Rob, they're still selling it right now. probably going to take a couple months for it to get in effect. So I'd say you probably got till July or August before they put it into effect. So you have some time, but they already got us on Combiotic. Because Combiotic is good for gram-negative and gram-positive, and they took that completely off the shelf. You can't even buy that product any longer. Only it's way cheaper. And anybody who breeds dogs or owns dogs, even when you have puppies, like if the bitch ever had it in her whole life, coccidia, the puppies will be born with coccidia, and they'll have to be treated. So it's always good to have, you know, a bag on hand, because one bag of Corid will make you a lot of Amproilium, and if you buy Albon that's already pre-mixed, it's expensive. They do have Corid that's pre-mixed, but it's a rip-off. It's like $38 for a pint of it. I mean, it's crazy. And you can buy the powder for like, I think it's $26 or $29. You can buy a bag of powder for it that'll treat 500 gallons of water. I get into a dark place where I can see it, I'll catch up with chat. Hey Eggman, I hope your hatching is going well. I finally found myself some Contornix jumbo quail down in Kentucky. I've been looking for Contornix quail, and I could not for the life of me find them anywhere, man. Not anywhere. And I finally found a guy that hatches them. The jumbo browns, too. So I'll finally be able to have have quail eggs again and ship them. And then once I have them for 4 weeks, they'll be adults. I'll separate them into breeding cages. Then I'll take whatever eggs they lay, and every 5 days I'll incubate whatever eggs I can collect until I can build my breeding stock up. I'd like to start out with 20 or 30 quail if possible. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull it off, but I'm going to try. Holder was longer so I could actually see what's going on in chat, but it's not, so I guess I just got to deal with it. But I'm not going to complain about it because it was a freebie, so I didn't really have to do a lot to fix it. Stop. No problem, Trump. I do what I can, I just don't want to see everybody out there screwed, you know. They're trying to screw us all at the same time. All the farmers, all the dog breeders, they want us all. They want us all to starve. Quail require a fair bit of management, more so than chickens. Yeah, they do, Eggman. But they eat less, and their eggs actually sell for more. And the shipping, the containers actually ship better in the mail. So, all right, guys, I got to run in and get this change counted out and turned into money. I'll leave you guys out here. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, we have come back. Yeah, I could have parked so you had a better view. My town clothes? No, actually I have my farm clothes on. Hey Adrian. Good to see ya. I wear my stinky farm clothes to town to make people look at me. That's how I get my attention fix. I'll take you guys into the dollar store with me. Well, I messed up again. I can do that later tonight, though. I needed to pick up some diesel for the torpedo heater. I got to go get some distilled water to make some niacin-iodine. Can't afford to be buying that stuff on Amazon. It's $29.95 for a fluid ounce. It's way too expensive when you can make it yourself. You put it in some brown bottles. It's too bad our food doesn't supply it anymore like it used to. Just like when you're gardening now, you have to add diatomaceous earth to your garden. Otherwise, you don't get it in your food. And I can't remember exactly what I came for. I do remember I came for the water, though. Set you guys down a minute so I can get some glasses on. Oh, I left them in the truck. I'm a dumbass. You don't want any drinking water. And I think that's all I need. It's a gallon of water. That's it. No cat. see, do we have any cash?
$185.
Is it Bluetooth?
You already got one. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good one.
You too.
Thank you.
And off we go. Now I gotta break out my lab equipment. Get my stainless steel stuff. Put you guys back in the holder. Really kind of a crappy view too, ain't it? Let me see. That's not any better. That's a little better. Now that's a little closer. Maybe I can read what you guys say. We'll try that. I got 2 more to go, Eggman. And my son-in-law's coming down Saturday night, so I'm figuring on Sunday we'll get them changed. And then I'll be running on 4 tires I don't have to worry about. Right now I'm still running on 2 tires that are pretty crappy, but they're nowhere near what I was on. That one, the bands were broke all the way to the rim, to where it's sealed. It was pretty bad. And yesterday, I went to town. I got halfway there. I forgot my wallet. I went back and got my wallet. Headed back to the gas station. Got about an 1/8 mile away from it and ran out of gas. Yesterday was not a fun day. And I was supposed to meet a guy at 4 o'clock who was coming to look at goats. And he was driving in from Bloomington. And of course I didn't make it on time. I'm glad Hag was out there. And she intercepted him, so it wasn't bad like I thought it was going to be. I thought the poor guy was going to be stuck waiting in the driveway forever. A357, what's happening, man? Now I can see a little better that I rearranged the arm on this holder. you can see more of the bumping going on. A couple more days and they'll change that. Friends, Trump, Rob, defend. Oh, I missed you, friends and code. I missed you too, defend. Sorry about that. I go live real quick before George. Cattle back and they're driving me crazy. Back in the saddle again, guys. Alright, we need that. We need this. We need this. Let's do this the smart way. Let's put the paperwork in the jar. There we go. Alright, let's take the mustard seed back in since Tommy's not going to show up today. Hey, gray dude, what's happening? Hey, bouncer. Get my crap collected and then let me get the owl out of the back so he's not in here driving me crazy. There he is. Got a little solar panel on his head. Sounds like a weirdo. Here you go, guys. See, that's what these weird ass tires are doing. These belts are just busted everywhere. There's some more of them busted. Peeled that one off the rim. Alright, let me get my hand through here. I thought this said distilled water, and it says purified drinking water, which means I screwed it up again. Now I get to go back again. But that's okay. I'll go back when I have to go back for fuel. So get that taken care of all at the same time. Or I can just set up my still and purify my own damn water, distill it. As soon as this yard dries up a little bit, I will move all this compost to the compost pile. Yeah, Blinky rocks, man. can do exclamation point, beat, and dollar sign bouncer. That's another one. It's another command. I remember that one.
Where did this come from?
Outside.
Really?
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh, good.
I might wash it. It's gonna have to be washed. Gross.
I thought that's distilled water,
Yeah?
and it says purified drinking water. What does that one say?
Where?
Right there. Purified too?
This isn't even open.
Yeah,
This is poured. Purified drinking water.
there should be one that says distilled. Nope, got used.
It must have been the one over there that you grabbed.
Here's this.
Oh, cool. Did they give you cash or no? They
No.
deposit.
They
See,
deposit.
yeah, they're dicks that way. That's fine. That's fine. Don't care. Don't care. Alright, where's the penny jar? Okay.
It says on there how much it was, though.
Oh, good. $38.37?
Yep.
Fucking sweet. Did they put the... They did not put a fucking amount on there. Those assholes. What did they think you were gonna do? Open it up?
I don't know.
They did not give you a fucking... I said, please include balance with receipt if possible, thank you. They could have sealed it up in the envelope and you would have never known, right?
That's right.
They did not, those asswipes.
Hey. Can't
Fucking
help
dick.
that.
I hate that thing.
I'm live.
You're live?
Yep.
God damn.
If you want to talk to people,
Hi,
do not
Pete.
disturb me while I'm eating a York peppermint patty. Okay.
We'll wait. I know how good those are.
I'm currently skiing
They make
down
you
the
feel
Alps
like
in
you're-
my freshly stained
What?
underwear.
Alright, here, let's get a thingamaboppy to... Here.
I just put it on charge. Put it under.
Beautiful. Okay, yeah, I'll come and entertain for a little while. I'll try anyway.
Good.
Okay, so here's your $5 coupon for next time.
I don't need it. I get a digital one.
Okay, I'll throw it away then. Let's get rid of the paper. And this is my bank receipt, okay? Let me get this put away. Well, at least I know what we got and where we stand, and now I can pay my bill. Anyway, one of the many, right?
You mean now the electric won't get shut off?
Now our electric won't get shut off. Absolutely.
Right on.
That's what I said, right on.
I went live. Just,
I'm fucking hip, but
I went live real quick.
that's fine.
Just to let everybody know that you're going to need a vet prescription for Corid and for
Hi, people.
and everything soon.
Hello, everyone. I know I look like shit. I just woke up. Well, that's
So-
not true. I've been up. I
was
just,
telling them to stock up.
yeah, people, stock up on whatever you're going to need pet-wise and animal livestock-wise. Hey, Bouncer, what's happening? Who else is here? Make yourselves known.
Lurk away, don't listen to the old hag.
So, no, I'm happy to see people this early. Or is it early? I don't even know what time it is. Can you bring me my phone from that chair? I think I'm at 50%. I'm going to need more charge. I get the old phone. Doesn't have a number, but I use it for like the timer and other little gizmos it has. So
Telegram works.
yeah, Telegram, that kind of
Talking
thing.
to Telegram if you so desire.
Yeah,
It
reboots.
catches it.
Sometimes it does not, but
Want me to prove you wrong? I can call Blinky right now.
no, don't do that. Don't
Or I,
bother her right now.
or I
It's
can
okay.
call Wanda
Just
or
plug it in.
anybody.
Oh, by the way, there are 2 Wandas on there. I need you to get rid of the one that ain't the right one. Live Silkies, hello. Good morning.
Live Silkies, make sure you get your medicine. Make sure you get your penicillin, injectable penicillin.
Yep.
Make sure you get everything you need now before you need a vet prescription to buy it. Pretty soon you won't be able to get it at the feed store
Man, I
anymore.
remember the day you used to be able to ask your vet for a bottle of ketamine and they'd give it to you.
Yeah, Worcester V too.
Any kind of anything you needed, they would give it to you.
You could get Winstrol by the case for your horses. You can't anymore.
The only thing we never were able to vaccinate for
Hey.
was rabies. That's it.
Hey,
What?
are you making coffee?
Yes. Don't touch anything over there. I'm making coffee.
Why I'm asking.
Okay, so.
Go back for more water or I got still my own.
Yes, absolutely. Stay away from bagged feed. If you're feeding like corn or cracked corn or oats, go to your local, or if it's not local, it's worth the extra little bit of drive. Go to a grain elevator, and they will weigh you on the way in, and then you load up your barrels or sacks or whatever you got. Barrels, they prefer 50-gallon drums. Get you some plastic 50-gallon, 55-gallon drums with the rings that you can, that have that little lever that tightens them up. Get you some of them if you can. They're indispensable. We have a bunch of those.
Yep,
I've even got a metal one that has like a ring with a nut and a bolt, and you got to have a certain wrench to open it, but it's worth it.
You find a guy named Tommy Brown and you get those things.
And I'll tell you what, man, it stores well as long as you keep it in the barn out of, rain and light and all that. And yeah, it's wonderful. And our elevator out here, we get organic corn. We don't have to worry about it. If we need to crush corn or we need to grind it down, we have equipment for that, like for small amounts. I wish I had a big grinder. When I used to live on a dairy farm, we had a grinder that we would, he'd climb the ladder and dump sacks of this, sacks of that, pull over to the silo, dump some corn in, pull over to the other one, throw some oats in, throw your mineral, what else? Diatomaceous earth, anything else you needed in there, molasses, beet pulp, whatever we were using went in there. And then we would start it up and bingo bango, you'd have a whole thing. And that was the top dressing and some of the feed for our dairy cattle. And at any given time, we had about 80 head of Holstein milking, which is a good amount. We ran 3 milkers twice a day. And we had a 2,000-gallon bulk tank, so that should tell you. We were grade A, so it went for milk and ice cream. Joe Oberweis milk, that's who we used to sell to. He paid very well. Now his son owns the company, I believe. Joe retired. And if at the time, if you kept your butterfat at 3.8 or above, you got free ice cream. So all you had to do was tell the guy on the truck when he picked up what flavor you wanted next time, and he would bring it. So, yeah, it was great, man. Well, we actually have a vet come out and vaccinate for rabies when we need that done. Like, you know, we don't have any dogs right now, so really don't have a need for that. But
It's cheaper.
we do, yeah, it's cheaper to just have him come out, and then he handles the paperwork. He gives us the tags and the numbers. And the vets, you know, they're getting to be the same as people doctors. They want you to do this preventative test and that preventative test, and oh, we got an ultrasound, and we got an x-ray, and we got to do this and that. No, you don't. Take a vial of blood, a urine, look at it, and tell me what's going on, you know, and that's it. I don't need, you know, I don't, we've never believed in spaying and neutering. Every system your body has, including your hormonal system. So why, you know, if, honestly, man, if you can't keep a dog sequestered while it's in heat twice a year, you're an irresponsible prick, and you don't deserve to have a dog. And that's my 2 cents. So anyway,
I mean, putting a pad on a dog for 10 days ain't no big deal.
no, I had Minnie on a PetSmart sells these really good looking, and they come in all different designs and patterns to make the dog look cool.
A little bikini
It's like a little, it looks like a little Velcro diaper with a tail hole, right?
More like a bikini bottom.
Yeah, and all I would do is I would buy a box of maxi pads for women, and while she was in the house, she would wear this little Velcro thing with diaper with a maxi pad put in it. And every few hours, I would change out her maxi pad and put a new one in. And we made it like it was a good thing. Like, you know, I praised her. Like it was, oh, don't you look beautiful? Oh, look at your pretty clothes. You know, it was just like changing her collars, you know. She knew which collar she was getting because at home she wore her beautiful jewelry, which was just a choker chain, right? But when we worked, we put on meant big ass thick leather double stitched brass, you know, fittings, and that was her work collar. That was, she knew she was going to work when we got out the good stuff, you know. So if you make it their own personal private area that they can feel safe and secure in, and they can hide their toys, they can sleep in it or not, you know, and when you're not home, when you put them in there, they feel fine. They feel great. They feel like, you know, they're safe. What's up, Beat? Yeah.
Heck, this
What?
is not the dog channel.
I know, but it relates one animal to another. So yeah, get all your shit now.
We're not talking.
Rock Lobster.
We're talking about getting.
But yeah, get your shit in order, people. Stock up.
Tetracycline.
Stock up with everything that you can, man. Penicillin, IM is your best. Intramuscular, is it 48 hours? You give it to them every other day.
Yeah, I'm not so hot on.
Well, I like it because it's just easier when you're trying to chase down goats. You know?
Well, yeah.
But get your Elbon or your Corid, get that in order.
Don't buy Elbon, it's too expensive.
Well, Corid is a lot cheaper.
And you can get Corid from Amazon too.
Get your needles. You know, get the size you need. Get a few different sizes.
Gauge or bigger.
And they have an assortment that you can get.
Fucking 10.
And if you run a farm, you can pull it tax exempt. Anything you buy, except if it has to do with dogs or cats, you're tax exempt. So you might want to sign up for that shit.
It's for resale.
Yeah, you might want to sign up for that shit. So who came in? Trump?
Oh, Trump's been in for a while.
Oh, Trump. Awesome. Good to see you, buddy. How is everyone today? It is sunny out, but it is windy and fuck. So, oh, we're happy to share information. You know, The only way we're going to get by is if we help one another. Am I right? So, let's start helping one another instead of, you know, we don't need the drama. We don't need the assholes.
We don't need the hate.
We don't need the hate. What we need is, you know, we need people to take care of one another. And sharing good information is how we help each other. Oh, and I've been saying for years that skill sets are going to be the new currency, and they are. They're starting to be. What was it?
That was the darknet.
Oh, he was on the darknet, and he was watching a video. There's a woman who turned some old buildings on her farm.
No, she turned a 3-acre farm into a self-sustaining living because she's disabled.
With Airbnb.
With an Airbnb.
Where you can pay to learn certain skills that will carry you through. Like
no, no. She has an Airbnb she
okay.
rents by the month.
Okay.
She has a yurt.
Okay.
And that's where the people come to learn to start a fire, use a rocket stove, you know, how to bank your stove at night.
How to do your laundry outside.
How to adjust your flue so it doesn't smoke you out inside.
How to do everything without modern conveniences.
How to build a rocket stove.
So, yeah.
How to make your own electricity.
All right, Trump, we'll see you later, man.
Yeah.
Don't be a stranger.
She teaches
Take
you
care.
Everything.
But yeah,
Very
you know, and she's
woman.
making money at it, you know. I mean, she's not making a fortune, but what she's doing is she's maintaining her farm that way, so she doesn't lose her farm. And this is, you know,
she's making a good living off a 3-acre farm.
Well, yeah, but this is what I'm saying, you know, this is what we all need to do. Our world is crumbling, in case people haven't noticed. But, you know, yeah, exactly, Beat. You know, if you have a fishing as a kid, that's the base that you need, you know, and you go from there and you learn. Just like my strengths lie in gardening and growing things. Cooking I'm not so good at, but Rode knows how to preserve foods. He makes and preserve foods. And I help him season it a little bit, depending on what it needs.
I'm a killer.
And, you know, so, you know, but yeah, our world is starting to fall apart, man. And I always said, you know, I'm kind of glad I'm on the downside. But, we used to cook on the engine of our semi, Beat. We used to take heavy-duty foil, wrap up a couple chicken breasts, some onions, a couple sliced potatoes, couple of pats of butter, some seasoning, double wrap that sucker, stick it on the engine block, and roll a couple 100 miles down the road.
I'm really
check
interested in this new thing.
So, what?
I want to learn about aircrete. You make a tool to make aircrete.
I don't know what that is.
It's super strong concrete that's very lightweight.
Can I get a smoke from somewhere?
Sure, make some.
Wow.
There's one left in the thing over there. Go get it.
That's all right. I'll just make one right here. Oh, baby. Fuck me. We're getting low and backy here.
It's going to cost you.
Yeah, no shit. Well, we have some of this left. I just don't like that.
No, I'm saying it's going to cost you.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not cheap.
Well, I would like to cut back on smoking anyway, so I'm going to make them one at a time instead of a million. That way I won't smoke them as much, because I won't want them, you know. Or that's the theory anyway. So, I did a static that I hope to have up as soon as I can get Rode to put it up. I did a video. I've got daffodils that are already starting to bud out. I've got Tommy crocuses already up, and I've got purple crocuses of the larger type already starting, and I've got green pulling up everywhere. So, alliums, tulips, daffodils, lycoris. I got a lot of shit out there that's, you know, it's really hard to do this when you're over there humming nonsense.
On the ridge for, okay.
So, do you want to do this, or do you want to just be quiet for a little while?
I'm moving a couple of my things over.
Yeah, I see that. You're going to knock that whole fucking stack
No, I
over
won't.
if you're not careful. Those are my book boxes and my bead boxes underneath there.
Well, they don't belong there.
No, they don't. But at one point in time, remember when we were going to move up north? And everything got fucking boxed up?
No.
Yeah. Those are my gardening books. Yeah, it's a mess. I just fucking had to sleep in my rocking chair last night because Rode had the whole bed. So I figured, fuck it, I'll just, instead of waking him up, I'll just let him sleep. So, did that.
Well, I thought 3 a.m. was late enough to stay up till.
Dude, I was watching a movie. I
went to
watched
bed
the
at
movie.
3 a.m.
Yeah, and then every half an hour you got up to have another fucking cigarette that you kept dropping on the floor.
So what?
No, it's not so what. That's not cool. And then you just snore while they burn. It's not cool.
Well, when I get
Somebody
some
tell
fucking
him that's
flavor
not
back,
cool.
it'll be
So-
all right.
Anyway, Home and Garden. I like Horticulture magazine. It's one of my favorites. And there's one about birds and plants and birds, or gardens and birds, or something like that. Beat says not cool, dude.
What's that
Thank
for?
you. Dropping cigarettes and letting them burn on the floor. See?
Nah, it's perfect, Pete.
He's joking with you now, but it is
No,
not
I'm not.
cool. Dude, it's not cool. You are very difficult. Now I know why.
You're difficult.
Dude, if you shot yourself with Tess to get that tire done, now I know where the bitch is coming from.
It's coming from you.
Yeah, I'm a bitch.
You got that right.
Am I really? Am I really that terrible of a person?
Lately, yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Aesthetic vibes. See, that's not cool. I got 2, that's not cool.
Yeah, you're not telling the whole
And you
truth.
constantly, what's the whole story? The whole story is, you get up in the middle of the night, for some reason, you seem to need a cigarette, you take it, you light it, and then it falls out of your hands while you sit there snoring.
The whole story is
That's the whole story.
it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm busting my ass doing the shit by myself.
3 o'clock in the
And
morning,
you-
you were sleeping.
No, I wasn't. I was.
Last night, you were sleeping.
Okay. Then you better check the computer. It has time.
You were dreaming.
Okay.
Oh, you might have got up for 5 minutes and finished something and then went back to bed.
Whatever you.
Oh my fucking God. Here we go again,
You're
people.
always right.
Drink your beans, bitch, and shut up.
There's only 3 people who know what that means. Me, Tunich, and Josh. And Josh is dead. So you drink. the
Anybody want a broken down and well-used road? Cheap. You got to put up with all his bullshit and his pack ratedness, though.
Yeah, but I can fix all
beats
your
that.
broken shit.
And his shiitake. Yeah, commercial break. Must be time for a commercial break. Oh. He's always got to make life difficult for me. Always.
It's all me.
I didn't say it was all you. I've never said that.
I'm
Don't
just
put words in my
a-
mouth.
I'm just a terrible person.
He stuffs my mouth full of words that I never say.
Right.
But you'll notice that as we go on. It's like having a boil on your ass that you just can't get to because you can't see it, you know? Isn't that a man's job to make ours difficult? I guess. I should expect that much. As a matter of fact, I remember my mother telling me a long, long time ago, learn to say you're sorry, even if you aren't, because it will come in handy. She was right. Getting it over with, whether you mean it or not, whether you've done anything to deserve it or not,
Yeah, well, that's never worked
we'll
with me,
smooth it
so
over.
I wouldn't suggest trying it now.
Like he doesn't know. What? I'm getting there.
Twice?
Jesus, she's burning through them. If she would get out of that damn chair, she would feel so much better.
Good luck.
Yeah, I know. I know. She doesn't need the chair. That's the problem.
That's right.
But since I have lupus and Rhoda has a back injury from industrial accident,
She must compete.
she feels left out, so she has to compete. So about what, 5 years ago? About 4 years ago, she broke her femur, okay? She broke her leg. Nothing big or major, okay? And she went through rehab. It's less than the size of a cigarette butt when you think about it.
It's the size of a filter on a King cigarette.
Very small. She went through physical rehab and the whole nine. She came home walking with a cane,
It was
okay?
put in with an orthoscope.
Yeah, the cut. You can't. As a matter of fact, if you looked for the scar from it, you can't. You can't even see it. It's not even there.
Long.
It's like they did like orthoscopic surgery. I mean, you can't tell it's there. And so all of a sudden, she felt like apparently she wasn't getting enough attention. And so, God love her, and I do, man. She's fucking like a sister to me. But annoying? Oh, you bet. You know? She's a little bit older than me, and, you know, she's basically gone through life from number 3. And she buried husband number 3, and there ain't gonna be a 4th because, well, there just ain't, you know? And, she lucked out with all 3 of them because they were good men. You know, they were decent. And, you know, I don't know. But now she decided to plunk herself down in Bruce's old wheelchair. And now she has spent so much time in it that she has successfully atrophied her legs. And they're almost to the point where if she doesn't start using them, they're not going to be usable. And we keep telling her, and we keep trying to get her out of that chair. You have tried to rehab her many times.
I do it all the time.
And she doesn't want the help.
She does it for a little while and
she
quits.
fights it. She fights it. She wants to sit in that chair and call herself a cripple. Which, the second word, losing my brain power and having my body still work, you know? So, you know, what the hell happened earlier? What do you mean? Nothing. She broke her leg. That's it. She twisted funny and fell. She raised ridgebacks, Rhodesian ridgebacks. So she had like 4 or 5 Rhodesian ridgebacks in the house. And if you know the dog, you know it's a pretty good sized dog. And I think one of them kind of tripped her up a little bit, and she fell and her bone snapped. You know, it just shit happens, you know. And she went into the hospital, and they don't cast you anymore. They do arthroscopic surgery. They put it together with a pin. She went through the, you know, they give you like what, 3 or 4 days for that to heal and settle in, and then they start you on physical therapy. And she came home walking with it wonderfully and just gave up the ship. So I don't know. I understand that it's lonely, you know, when your husband passes. It's lonely. I get that. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do in Roseland. I will be a sputtering mess on the floor, you know, but I will have no choice but to pick myself up. The difference is I have children to help me and grandchildren. She does not. She never had children because she never wanted them. And now I think she's starting to think that maybe that might not have been a great decision. Because now I have any lifelong friends that call her or hang out with her or do anything. And we're the only family she really has, you know. We take care of her. We make sure she has everything she needs, and we're the ones that spend the most time with her, you know. I mean, before she broke her leg, her and I used to go all over hell, gallivanting and shopping, and that was before her husband died. And, you know, we used to go do grocery shopping together, and we'd hit the sales together, and in spring we'd go to the garden centers to see what they had, and we'd put in a vegetable bed and flowers and, you know, all kinds of cool shit. And we had a blast. We had an absolute fucking blast. And once Bruce started, you know, getting ill from age and, well, let's face it, alcoholism, yeah, you know, her time was taking care of him, and
My time was taken
and
care
you
of.
helped because he was a large man. She couldn't have lifted him up off the floor, you know. But yeah, you know, it took a lot out of her to help with him, and you know, things happen. You know, this is just the history of this family unit. You know. You know, in any case, you know, she was into horses, and when her husband passed away, it became uh, it became more obvious just how much the horses were costing without giving anything back. And so we swapped out milk and more goats.
And cheese.
And well, that's what the milk, you know, it takes a lot of milk to make a little bit of cheese though. But so that's the story of farm managers, the estate managers, because
We actually came down just to do some work.
well, yeah, that was the original plan, was to come down here and hang out for a couple of weeks, do a little maintenance, you know, that her husband couldn't do. And if we liked it, you know, we could hang out and they would find, you know, a permanent job for us. And it turned into a permanent one. We're still here, and we've almost been here 20 years, you know. Well, certainly 15. I would say closer to 20. Long ass time.
18 years according to my pictures.
18 years? Okay,
Yeah.
we've been here about 18 years, so yeah. And I have loved every minute of it. I mean, this is the lifestyle that I'm dreamt about, you know, being on a farm with livestock that I can deal with. Cows are a little big, and they take up a lot more time and effort. Goats are wonderful. They're efficient. Um, and I love them, you know. Yeah, so get all your shit together, man. If you need medications, you know, for your livestock, get it now. An elevator where you can get clean grain from.
Dog breeders. Get your stuff now.
Everybody who's into it, get your shit now.
Any type
I'm
of
not
breeder.
saying dog breeders though, because you know 90% of them there are AKC, UKC, CKC.
That's not true. Look at Trump. Trump said he breeds working animals.
Well, right, but how many people are like that? Hey, Ottertron, what's happening, buddy?
I know quite a few people like that.
Oh,
on
good
here,
for
right?
you. He started a new job today.
Yeah, I know.
That's awesome, dude. Well, you know, I heard the story. Old guy told me, and man, I with the opposing side, and I know your work ethic. You know, I know your work ethic, and I would rather have somebody that was serious about the work and kept the fucking, you know, touchy-feelies for, you know, after work or some other time. And if you don't want to join in, you shouldn't have to be a joiner, you know? That's a job, not a fucking party house, you know? So, fuck. And I don't worry about you so much because I know what you're capable of, you know? And I'm proud of you, dude. You've come a long way in a short amount of time. So, you know, you'll get there. You'll get there. You know, sometimes we have to take a couple steps back. That's just how it works. Look at our life. 3 steps forward. But we still keep taking those steps forward, you know?
Just so we
I look like
kicked in
shit.
the cunt again.
I look like shit today, and my mood is not bad. I feel okay. So I'm not depressed. I know spring is right around the corner, so I'm happy for that. You know? So, hell yeah.
Alright, I got that set to the side for my quail.
Take care of old guy, make him eat his veggies. Yeah, that'll be the day.
I need to get my quail.
Well, if we can get quail, we're halfway there.
Yep, I just gotta
Living on a prayer.
I just gotta figure out how to get it done.
We're halfway there, living on a prayer. Right? Little Bon Jovi. I cannot do it justice. I couldn't carry a tune if you gave me a great bucket. I just can't. Can't sing, can't play guitar, can't do it. Can't write music.
I can't sing, I dance, I can't.
Do I need any more animals on my farm? I need more chickens, but I need the right ones. I don't need just any old chickens. That's for sure. We need
Rhode Island Reds or Australorps?
or barred rocks.
No barred rock.
Why? I love the barred rocks.
I
They're
don't
very
care.
sweet.
I don't care what you like and what you love. I care what produces.
Okay, and I also would like to see a couple of guineas. Guineas are great watchdogs, man.
We have one, that's enough.
Yeah, well, you know what? If you look around the internet, you will find that we are not the only ones that were having egg problems because of the feed, the bagged feed.
Yeah, I know that, Hag. I knew that.
I'm not talking to you. We've been looking around the internet, and Rode has been doing some research, and he has found a lot of people in other states that are going through the same thing.
It is not just coming from Tractor Supply
Like
people are saying.
Yeah, it's not just Tractor Supply. It's coming from the big manufacturers like Cargill,
Purina,
Doan.
Do more.
There's like 3 or 4 big manufacturers. You'll never guess.
Doan feeds.
You know, like
feeds.
you know, like the 5 or 6 that own most of the world in the banking. They're the people that own these feed companies.
Make sure you get your chickens vaccinated so that they're sterile and you never get any babies.
Yeah, we don't vaccinate our animals with weird shit. I won't. One was because I couldn't hold my granddaughter otherwise.
Yeah, and I wish I would have got that one.
Well, and it was given to me by my son, who's a pharmacist and a compounder. So, you know, I trust.
Not anymore.
Well, no, he got out of it.
Yeah, now he's in.
Now he's in research and development, isn't he?
No. What? He became a SCMD. He's a surgeon now, medical doctor.
Fucking A. Whatever he wants to do, dude, it's his. He went to school. He's the one paying the money for it. Let him be whatever he wants. So I guess he's a doctor now. Yeah. He started out a pharmacist because he wanted that. He wanted a home life too, and You know, when you're a surgeon, you're constantly on call.
He started out as a pharmacist and a compounder.
Yep. Yeah, but he's got that behind him too, so he can still use that, you know.
Anytime.
Yeah, so.
Well, hell, look at all that bonus money Myers paid to recruit him.
Well, that was part. See, he knows how to play the money game
And he
too.
took his contract out.
Yep.
And the medical field offered him even more, Benny, so he took it.
Yeah, but he's more about the.
Yeah, he's more about the money.
We're not about the money. We're about just, you know, money has never really.
Kim grew up with my attitude.
Yeah, money is not where it's at. You want to know where it's really at? It's really at friends and family and love. That's where it's really at, man. It's at happiness. Happiness is where it's at. You know, if you're not happy and you're busting your balls for somebody else, what's the point? Yeah, I know, Beat. He's been that way for a few days now, and he's been riding me hard, man, and I just have to let it pass. I just have to wait, I guess. I don't know. It's a mood. It's his. It's not mine. Whatever. You know? But anyway. But yeah, you know, I'm sorry, but I never wanted to work my ass off to make someone else rich. That was never my idea.
You don't want to be the richest person in the graveyard?
Well, and that's it. You know, we all die. We all have to. And when it comes right down to it, there's no carry-on luggage allowed. So, you know, it's the great equalizer. You know, and I mean, if you're busting your balls that hard working, when do you have time to enjoy it? So, I'd rather enjoy life as I move along through it. You know, to me, and this is going to sound silly, but you'll notice, like on some of my videos that I put up, to me, true happiness is noticing little things in nature that, you know, if you weren't looking, you'd never see it. You'd never notice it. Like, as silly as it sounds, those little mushrooms that grew overnight on that log. You know, it rained, and all of a sudden there were like 2 or 3 little mushrooms growing out of this little crack in a log, and it just me that overnight there they were, and they kind of dried out in the sun and went away. And the next time it rained, there they were again. And I thought, wow, that's fucking cool, right? Watching praying mantis hunt, that's cool. Seeing the number of cardinals that flock through, you know, that come through. Just watching my herd of goats feeding and you know, watching those grazes, you know, they're very social, and they're really cool to observe. And observation is half of country living, man. You learn to observe a lot of things. And by observing them, you learn from them. Mother Nature has a lot of lessons to teach, but you got to watch. You got to watch carefully, you know. So, oh, wow. Yeah, see, if that were me, there'd be 42 turkeys in the backyard right now, and one would be in the deep fryer. No, but it's not season right now. I believe it's a real thing, but I haven't seen a sick bird yet. You know, but then again, when you think about how these giant, you know, manufacturers, these big commercial operations keep their birds, it's not a big wonder, you know, that they have, well, that's true, Bouncer. It's not a big wonder that illness is part of it. I mean, think about it, okay? when you're overpopulated with any animal, let's say we have an overpopulation of raccoons in the area, okay? Out is not only are they a nuisance and a pest and they get into grain and stuff, but they also spread disease. And one of the reasons they get disease is, because there's too many in any given territory. And we have to remember this is their territory, not ours. We're the interlopers. We're the ones that are multiplying like fucking flies, But, so the same could be said for, any kind of animal, Whether it's you're packing millions of chickens in these houses, these giant like sheds, the what do you habit is just to roll through a couple times a day and pull out the dead birds. That's sad. That is sad, And it's the same with, cattle operations, cattle operations, or swine operations, or whatever else, If it's not free range, then, that's why I won't eat farmed fish. Because, again, those ponds that they keep them in, there's too many in one pond, and it starts getting bacteria, and that bacteria can mutate, and turn into some weird shit, who knows. So, yeah. And now I'm hearing that there's red algae bloom in Florida, so that's taking a big toll on the fishing industry down there. And I'm thinking that's the same kind of shit, or close to it, that causes that whatever eats your brain away. So,
Yeah, baby.
What? What'd you find?
I found something that needs to go in an envelope later.
What is it?
Replacement parts for that pump, that water pump.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Did you want me to use that for her, or this?
No, that.
That? Okay. They're going to be a little stronger. Well, we're making it out of this icky stuff.
Amoeba. Yeah, I learned about farm fish. I heard that the fish gets parasites. Exactly, aesthetic.
Dude, never eat raw fish. Ever, ever, ever.
Pet trout are basically everywhere.
They're huge
nasty.
carriers of tapeworms. Aren't they?
Do you believe the avian flu is real?
Yes, but I don't...
No, live cycles.
No, I think it's a real thing. I just don't think it is affecting
I
us
think
right
the avian
now.
school was a big scam.
What about
43
the
turkeys
flu?
and 9 deer in the backyard yesterday morning.
Excellent.
Sounds like food, Bouncer.
That's what he said.
Even the wild lake fish we catch have parasites in their flesh now.
That's why you want to cook them all the way.
Exactly.
Get rid of that lower belly fat and cook them all the way.
Does hag kiss like a fish?
No.
No.
Hag.
Yeah, pretty much.
I've never had any complaints. Not one. Not ever. And I've kissed a lot of frogs. I had to find my prince. And in order to do that, you gotta test drive a lot of cars, and you gotta kiss a lot of frogs.
The stream keeps cutting out for you? Well, that's not...
Sorry about that.
It's not surprising. We
Our
don't...
bandwidth is kind of low
We
right
don't
now.
have the world's best internet, so...
No, we don't. We lost a tower during the last storm. And they... Tower, but
Bouncer says it's been okay by him.
I do know that didn't they farm us out to different,
Yeah, they put us on an alternate and an
Yeah,
alternate.
They didn't have a choice, really.
Bouncer
gotta-
says just an occasional buffer.
Yeah, they got to rebuild that tower.
That's
at
cool.
Savannah. Or he's got to get run space on another one. I'm not sure what they're going to do. I haven't heard. He'll let us know. He always sends emails or
Right?
texts and lets us know what's going on. That's another bill we got to get money up for. Oh, big money. Alright, those are hers, dude. She's gotta slow down, man. Here, I'm gonna make her one more with the tail end.
There's omega-3 supplements going out today. I'm getting rid of this.
Why don't we put that with something and give it to the cats? Or
Well, we can. We can all go.
the turkeys are getting fed fine, they're
This
good.
is a meal in a bottle is what it is.
Yeah. Then we might as well, see, I wish we had some dried dog food left over.
This is an omega-3 plus. 3 teaspoons of this feeds a 35-pound cat.
Well, then we don't need that much,
I'm
because we
just
don't have
telling
that
you.
many cats left. Thank God. Alright, here you go, dude.
For a cat, you only use 4 tablespoons 3 times a day.
For a cat?
Yep. No. For a cat.
Oh, fuck.
For a pig, you use 1 tablespoon per piglet.
Cable sperm?
Yeah. Per day.
What do you use for a cat or a dog, does it say?
Yeah, it does. 5 to 10 pound body weight, 1 teaspoon.
Oh, shit.
10 to 30 pound body weight, 2 teaspoons.
And you say-
30 plus pounds, you use 1 tablespoon.
Yeah, we've had that sitting around here for a long
And it says,
time, so that's gotta
It
go.
says dilute with a little milk if desired.
Well,
They can have some buttermilk if they want.
you have powdered buttermilk?
Yep.
Alright, there you go. You can water that down even more and add some.
Spoke too soon. The aliens are jamming his signal. They want to probe Road. No, they want to probe Hag. She has more holes than I do.
I don't need to be probed.
They want to probe Hag.
I don't need to be probed.
They want to probe her anally.
No. What is it with, why do we always think aliens want our assholes? What is it, what's up with that?
I don't know.
I've never been able to figure that out. You would think brains and shit, not about, or our anatomy, not about
Her
our,
turd cutters?
yeah. What, does that make any sense to you or what?
Hey, maybe they don't have turd cutters.
Are you high?
Am I high?
You look stoned.
No, it's been a long time since
It is.
I don't have any
You're
acid.
over your
so-
limit on fucking Valium again, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
Well, you're at your limit then.
No, I'm not even close.
Oh, okay.
I've had 1 today.
Okay. I'm just saying, you look a little.
Nope, I've had
You
1
look a
today.
little closed, little slant-eyed there.
I have 1. I've had 1
Okay,
today.
I'm just asking.
And I'm just going to go double check to make sure.
I'm just asking because you look a little fucking weird there. You should see yourself in the mirror, dude. Your eyes are like
Sorry.
a little glassy and kind of like, you know.
Sorry.
Alright, well,
I still have,
I don't know.
I still have 3 left in the bottle. So
Alright, here you go.
I have 2 more for today.
Here, do me a favor. Give those to her and put the phone in the tank. Can you do that?
No. That wasn't the deal.
I made a bunch of cigarettes for you right here.
The deal was cigarettes. The deal was not burned.
Okay, fine, then let her freeze. Or put the blower on. I don't care.
That was not the deal.
I don't care, dude. I am, right now, I'm not going to leave people by themselves. That's not
that's okay. 'Cause
Not
we
cool.
have to end it soon. Because we have to get ready to go do chores soon. So.
I'm frozen. It is a little chilly in here. We run our furnace manually through, giant tanks. It used to cost us, that's because certain people can't keep their hands off the thermostat. And anytime, and this used to happen in the kennel too, I would go out there and I'd find the thing cranked at 80, like running all night at 80, full bore. Dogs don't need to be at 80 degrees. A dog's body temperature is 101. They're comfortable outside when we're cold, okay? Plus, they're wearing fur coats. We don't have that. And seasonally, they get an undercoat. We don't. So anyway, you know, I put one of those plastic lock boxes over the thermostat in the kennel for a while, and that didn't work. Someone just broke into it, and, I won't name someone, but anyway. Yeah, so she got out of the breeding game and finally retired from it, thank God. There was really no program going on. It was more of a money operation, and we don't roll that way, so I couldn't deal with it. I cleaned the kennel and I fed her dogs, and that was what I did. I did not breed them. That was not on me. I couldn't deal with it because we don't do things that way. But anyway, so, the next thing was the house. Well, when Bruce was alive, Bruce knew how to move money around and make money, and he had all kinds of investments and, stocks and bonds and all this other shit that he knew how to play around with to make money. I don't know how to do that. She doesn't know how to do that. Larry doesn't know how to do that. And so, he had to have the house at like 80 degrees, and she's got to have the house like 80 degrees. So when the thermostat finally went, we set it up so that we have to turn it on manually. And we run it for a certain amount of time and shut it. And we're getting by on about a quarter of the propane that we used to go through. A quarter of the propane. It doesn't cost us that much. I mean, propane is expensive, yes, but it doesn't cost nearly as much as it once did. At one time, what size tanks were those that were in the yard? Like 1,000-gallon tanks or something?
Yes.
Yeah, they were huge tanks. Hello, Rosie. Those, yeah, there were two, and he was filling them like twice a year, and, well, of course, his friends were siphoning off for their barbecue
2 to
grills.
3 times a year.
Yeah, his friends were bringing, he had like a fill lines on him.
Plus the 1,000-gallon one out at the lodge.
Plus that, yeah. So anyway, we went with one small tank. We have one average size house tank, and that's it, man, that's the thing. When so-called quote-unquote professionals build a house or revamp it and put it together, they don't think about where the vent work is going to go, where the intake, versus your thermostat and all the other shit, and the way they pulled together, I'm absolutely shocked. It blows me away because everything is like for shit. Just like the popcorn you see on the ceiling. The only reason that's there is to hide the shitty fucking tape job. To hide this. Well, you can see right over here in the corner. Look at this side of the screen over here. Where is my finger? Look at this side of the screen over here. Wait, here. Over here.
Who cares?
You can see how the taping job is already coming apart. Look at that.
Nobody cares.
I'm just saying. Brucey's buddies, his personal buddies, did a shit job, and now we're stuck living with it, you know?
Nobody cares.
Well,
Not their problem.
I'm just making conversation. What would you like to make conversation about?
Talk about something good for
Like
them.
what? What would you like me to talk about?
Badges.
Talking about badges. This is not the vagina monologue.
Talk about bubbles.
I'm not talking about bubbles. How about you talk for a while?
Are you done making coffee here, woman?
I don't know, is it done dripping?
Kind of looks like it. All right, people. I have to start getting things ready for chores at 4. And I've got to make up some coccidia medication. And I have to get my corn ready.
I thought we were done with the coccidia already.
No, one more day.
Okay.
Without the calendar, we would be lost.
Come on, kid, you gotta go. Yeah, get out of my chair.
All right, people, so
Come on, Marco.
take care. Thanks for coming to the most boring live stream ever on YouTube.
We'll see you later, Pete.
See you people again around 4 o'clock if you decide to come back.
Come on, yeah, you gotta get
And don't blame you if you wouldn't.
I need to sit
All right,
down and get my
till
shit
then,
together.
take care, everyone. Peace.
Bye.
Me and Hag, we're out.